There he
Head coach
is.
Gary Gait, live on the radio, man. How are you, man? Good to see you.
Golf clap for the entrance.
Hop on.
The
It's
GOAT,
like,
the great one.
Yeah, Lisa's live from the
Hey,
loft there
Gary.
at the home office.
Hi.
Live right now?
We are live right now.
Yes, we are.
We don't mess around here, Gary. We don't. Yeah, put the headphones on there too.
Okay. Then.
Professionals only, Gary. That includes you.
There you go. Try that. There you go.
Yeah, there
Can
you
hear
go.
everything?
Yeah, some headphones.
Hi.
Here we go.
Head coach Gary Gait.
Yeah, just jump on the radio. Why not?
Good, but you're a pro man. You're
That's
professional.
Right. That's right.
So how that first off-season stuff? I know it's a different climate out there in college sports.
Oh,
There's
my
no
God.
real downtime as far as normally I would ask, or in the old days I could say, where were you able to travel to if you had like July off? But now it's like all the time.
Well, I headed down to Florida for in between semesters and worked from there.
Good for you.
There's traveled to recruiting events, and we had our coaches convention down in Florida. So I got a couple weeks, and then I came back, and winter happened.
Yeah, it did. But at least, you could make a case that in your instance, you could say, well, I was, looking at some recruits and they happened to be in Aruba or
Well, you know what
in
it
Florida.
is? You know what the funny thing is? During the winter, there's several recruiting events, and almost all of them are in Florida because it's warm down there. So it makes sense. It does. You're not going to run something outside in Syracuse, New York in December. So most of it, the companies that run events in the summer up, throughout the Northeast head down south, and there's multiple events down there. So, I may be down in Florida, but I'm working.
You're working
I'm
for
working.
real. Oh, kidding aside.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I know a lot of guys back this year for your team, and a lot of anticipation and excitement, as it should be, getting ready for that opening game on Saturday against Jacksonville.
Yeah, I can't believe it's here already. It's amazing. I still think back to my days, 100 years ago. We used to have a countdown till our first game, and it used to be like 69 or 70 days of practice before we played our first game, and usually start about mid-March. And now we're starting February 1, and you get 3 weeks to prepare, and it goes quick. It really does. But, my staff's doing a great job getting our guys ready, and we return a ton of our guys, and the media is putting a lot of pressure on us, ranking us in the top 2 or 3 in the country. And but we're ready for it. I think our goal this year is to learn to handle the pressure of big games. And last year we proved we could beat anybody, but we didn't win when it counted. So now we're working on that aspect, and hopefully we develop that mental toughness and prepare our players to have success at the end of the season.
Going back to when you were playing as a freshman, 'cause I remember, I think you maybe told us this on the air a year or two ago, but that first year, obviously, when it got down to the championship game, but then I think you said at the time, like, okay, now you learned how to win, or you didn't like that taste, and then boom, what happened after that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's a Coach Simmons, my old coach, Roy Simmons Jr. always tells a story that Paul and I became in January and played and didn't, kind of just hit the field running. We were third line middies, and we got some chance to play and throughout the season, and we went to the Final Four, and we were kind of shocked by the turnout, the crowd, that, what a big deal it was. And so, we kind of said to him, oh my gosh, now that we've been here, we're not going to lose another one of these. We're going to come back and we're going to win it. And we did. Next year we came back and we went undefeated. So
That's a learning experience in itself.
Yes, it was. So, the good thing was that when you make comments like that and you can deliver, it's always nice. Now I just got to do it on the coaching side. That's all.
Well, Jacksonville, I think, they had Coach Galloway, right? I mean, the former Syracuse guy.
Absolutely. John Galloway, on our last national championship teams, 2008 9, and he's just was a fantastic player, and he's gone on to become a great coach, and he's really doing good things down in Jacksonville. And I'd reached out a couple years before to see if he wanted to come up and play, and he wasn't. He said he wasn't ready at the time, and then he reached out to me this time and said, I'd love to come up and play in the Dome. So
That's
here we
cool.
go.
Saturday noon, it starts, man. And it's like, I know coaches like to say, too, say one game at a time. There's nobody you can, at this level, too. You can't overlook anybody.
You can't.
And everybody's got players now.
You really can't. You know, he's talking about, you know, the story of, you know, that their messaging out from their camp is really about the fact that they're in it to go to the NCAA tournament. They want to upset some teams this year. You know, they think they're ready, and so we got to be focused and we got to be dialed in. And you know, like I said, my staff's done an incredible job to prepare our guys, and I think that they'll show up and deliver.
Well, we'll stay in touch, obviously, and let's start packing the JMA Wireless Dome. Saturday noon, face off against Jacksonville.
Yeah,
then,
Saturday at noon, and actually you can come up early because they have the new Myron Victory Court open.
And that's true. That's nice.
Kind of thought about that. You know, like it's winter, and if you want to tailgate before a lacrosse game, which is, you know, most people do. I don't know why, but they do. Why not come up to Myron Victory Court where it's warm? I think they're going to replay the 2008 National Championship on the giant screen in the area.
Fun.
So you can relive John Galloway's glory days and then watch him coach against the Orange. So it should be a fun event. It'd be great to see a ton of people show up. We're kind of testing that space for lacrosse. And I know I think it's going to be awesome for a pregame tailgate for those that want to be warm and comfortable and have a lot of fun and meet up with their friends before the game.
Head coach Gary Gait, SU lacrosse season getting underway this weekend. Go Orange. Good luck, Gary, and we'll talk to you during the season.
Thank you.